Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Urban Review. This show is brought to you by the Office of National Drug Control Policy, the Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration, and the Center for Disease Control are part of our funders, and therefore I'd like to state that the thoughts and opinions of this expressed on this show are not necessarily the thoughts and the opinions of the Office of National Drug Control Policy, the Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration, or the CDC. Welcome to Urban Review. My name is Marcel Arbuckle, and I represent the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development, and we'd like to welcome you today, this Thursday, on a bright and sunny fall September, and the fall is starting to come, but it still feels like summer here in beautiful Detroit. And were you aware that the month of September is National Suicide Prevention Month and also National Recovery Month? And for suicide prevention, we know that from previous shows we talked about using the QPR process of question, persuade, and refer. When we find someone that might be having suicidal ideology, we want to first question them, and we can be right up front to say, are you considering completing a suicide or attempting a suicide? And the next thing is to persuade them to try and get some help. And then last but not least, know who to refer them to. And you want to refer them to their hospitals. You want to refer them to healthcare support agencies. And you want to refer them to the national hotline. And then also, this is National Recovery Month. And we want to talk about that just a little bit. Did you know that about 4.1 million people in the United States over the age of 12 received some kind of substance abuse treatment within the last year? And that is according to a study that was done by the National Survey on Drugs and Health. And in addition, the survey estimated that about 43.7 million people in that same age range actually needed to receive some type of substance abuse treatment in the past year. So when you consider those statistics, 4.1 million people that actually received substance abuse treatment, and then another 43.7 million people that needed it but may not have received it, the odds are that you personally know someone that is in need of some type of substance abuse treatment, and to help them fight the horrors of addiction. National Recovery Month is now in its 34th year, and is recognized by millions of Americans that are in the treatment and recovery for substance abuse, as well as those who are recovery service providers. It is also encouraged that those struggling with the substance misuse to seek professional help. Faces and Voices of Recovery, a nonprofit group dedicated to supporting people recovering from drug addictions and their family, host the observance on September the 7th. That was a luncheon that took place in Washington, D.C. And the Substance Abuse Mental Health and Services Administration also hosted an hour-long Walk for Recovery on that same day in Washington, D.C. The theme for this year's Recovery Month is Hope is Real, Recovery is Real. And if you need more information about Recovery Month, including events like the luncheon and promotional downloads, then visit www.facesandvoicesofrecovery.org. Once again, that's www.facesofrecovery.org. And some of the things that we at the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development are doing is working with the community to address some of the issues that are associated with substance abuse. And one of the big issues is opioid abuse. We know that it is happening in our community. There has been an influx of deaths, but happily we can report that in Wayne County there has been a downtrend over the last 12 months. And that is due to our Director of Behavioral Health Initiatives for the City of Detroit, none other than the beautiful Miss Valencia Lau. And I am happy to report that Miss Lau will be presenting at our town hall meeting, which is called Hope Over Harm. And it is a town hall meeting on opioid abuse prevention. It will take place at the lovely Northwest Activity Center, which is located at 18100, that's 18100 Myers Road here in Detroit. And that's going to take place on September the 27th from 1:30 p.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. And Ms. Lyles will give us information about the activities and the work that's being done here in Wayne County to address the opioid epidemic, and to announce all of the wonderful things that we're doing here in the city of Detroit to help our citizens, as well as throughout Wayne County, to help everyone beat the opioid substance abuse issue. And there will also be a panel discussion. There will be community vendors. And one of the most important aspects or activities that will take place at this town hall meeting is that there will be a naloxone or Narcan training. And we know that naloxone and Narcan are the products that can be utilized when someone has gone into a opioid overdose. You can learn how to apply this substance, and it will help to give that person a chance to recover and opportunity to continue on with their life. And we know that with fentanyl and some of the other really intense products that are out there on the market now that are opioid-based products, we need to be able to make sure that we fight as hard as we can to prevent the abuse of those substances. And so once again, on Saturday, September the 27th, at the Northwest Activity Center, that's 18100 Myers Road, from 1:30 p.m. to 3 o'clock p.m., we'll be hosting our Hope Over Harm town hall meeting, focusing on opioid abuse prevention. And our keynote speaker, once again, is the City of Detroit Director of Behavioral Services and Behavioral Initiatives, and that is none other than Ms. Valencia Lyles. So we look forward to seeing you out on that Saturday. And some of the actions that we at the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development are working on to help make an impact on this is teaching various programs at our public schools. And one of the programs that we are teaching is the BOTVN Life Skills Program. The BOTVN Life Skills Program is an evidence-based substance abuse and violence prevention program that is uniquely designed to be flexible and interactive. This program can be taught on either an intensive schedule of 2 or 3 more times a week until the program is complete, or on a more extended schedule that is once a week until the program is complete. And both formats have proven to be effective, and while at least one life skills training has been proven to achieve measurable positive effects, multi-year implementation is strongly recommended, and that is what we do. We're currently teaching this program at Bethune Elementary School. We also will be teaching the program at Renaissance High School, as well as hopefully at Mumford High School and at Flicks. So we are working with the Detroit Public School System Community District to implement this program, the BOTVN Life Skills Program, and it consists of 8 classes for the elementary level per year across all 3 years of the upper elementary school. The elementary program is implemented over 1 or 3 years, and depending on the availability of time. And then there is the high school program that comprises 10 classes, and it gives us an opportunity to share with the students and get interaction with them on this topic. Then we also have a program called Guiding Good Choices. Guiding Good Choices is a program for both parents of youth ages 9 through 14, and it offers 5 2-hour workshops over 5 consecutive weeks. It's offered virtually, and intro sessions is added to orientate parents to the online environment and tools for participating from home. And the program works very, very well. In clinical studies, the Guiding Good Choices program has shown to strengthen family bonds, improve parent-childhood relationships and communication, help parents better manage conflict, and increase the use of guidelines. Monitoring and consequences for help guide between preteens and teen behavior and decision making. For youth, Guiding Good Choices has also been shown to reduce alcohol and marijuana use by 41%, reduce progression to more serious substance use by 54%, increase the likelihood that non-users will remain drug-free by 26%, and reduce depression symptoms by 28% through the end of the 12th grade. These effects are shown 2 or 3.5 years after the program has ended and at the end of the 12th grade. And compared to children, a program participates with a control group of children whose parents did not participate in the program. So we know this program works. We are happy and excited to utilize it and share it and roll it out with parents and youth across the west side of Detroit. And then last but not least, a program that I want to just make you aware of that's coming to a school near you. And this is a new program that is going to be implemented across not only the Detroit Public Schools community district, but also throughout Wayne County. It's being utilized in Livonia schools. It's going to be utilized in Clarenceville. And we're very excited about the Thrive Up Pathways. And the Thrive Up Pathways is an alternative to suspension, which is a solution for schools and success for students. The mission of the program is to provide a resource for schools that keeps the students learning while addressing the root causes of repeated suspensions for vaping, nicotine, and cannabis. The Thrive Up Pathways collaborates with schools to connect health and safety education, covering substance use disorder, mental health, coping skills, and self-care to encourage students toward healthy choices for the future. And I just wanted to let you know that that is one of our constituents right now calling to register for our Saturday town hall meeting. So you too can be a part of it. Please come on out and be a part of it. And just to talk about a little bit more about our Thrive Up Pathways program, which is the alternative to suspension, our vision is to partner with leading community agencies such as Families Against Narcotics, GrowthWorks, Hagera Health, Recovery Action Network of Michigan, Rivers Bend, and Livonia Save Our Youth organization to create in-school education focused on cessation, prevention, and awareness. Students can maintain attendance in traditional courses. Together, youth vaping and substance use can be reduced in school while also strengthening family and community. So this is a new program that we want to roll out that will keep students from being suspended and sent home when they have violated rules for vaping. So if your child has been caught vaping in the bathroom or vaping outside of the school, then we have a program that would be an in-school suspension program, and that young person would be able to stay in the school and attend regularly scheduled classes while participating in alternative education sessions. The program has a flexible length. School administrators can determine the program that works best for their building, including logistics within the building and how many sessions per school year and the education courses. The administrative support will be no cost to the schools. The Thrive Up Pathways will manage the groundwork necessary to connect the education to the schools. Also, expenses incurred can be covered through proposed funding. And last but not least, 8 local high schools are currently already working with Thrive Up Pathways on in-school alternative to suspension programs. And there is a parent component. The parent component has parent workshops on communication, prevention, and mental health issues, tools to recognize warning signs, and access to local resources hubs. And this is a very important issue. Suspensions don't always solve the problem. We know that. Actually, sometimes it enhances or intensifies the problem because a young person gets to spend 2 or 3 days not in school, and because the parents work, they have no supervision, and so they indulge in those activities even further. So we want to know that the Thriver Pathways partners and schools to keep students engaged in learning, address the root cause of the behavior, and empower both the youth and the parents to create lasting change. So look out for the Thriver Pathways program to be coming to a school near you, and that is an alternative to suspension program that is designed to help our youth do better and stay in school and be educated and address the root cause of their problem with vaping, nicotine, and cannabis, rather than to send them home and lose that opportunity for a learning occasion. So we are very, very excited to be a part of these programs, and we ask you to come out and understand them. Ask your students to ask their teachers about these programs, learn more about these programs, and be a part of this new emerging solution to our issues. So we're going to come right back after these messages from our sponsors to tell you a little bit more about what's going on in the Motor City and what's going on with the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development. We'll be right back.
My fear is not being myself and putting others in harm whenever I'm under the influence. Did you know drivers with a BSC of .08 are 4 times more likely to get in a crash than those with a 0?
There is a reason why the legal drinking age is 21. Underage drinking is ugly because teens who start to drink before the age of 15 are 12 times more likely to be unintentionally injured.
Over 300 fatal crashes and almost 4,000 injury crashes were alcohol related.
Death is ugly, especially senseless avoidable accidents. Yet on average, every 52 minutes, an alcohol-impaired driving fatality occurs.
Fees and fines are ugly, and I want to get paid, not owing anybody money. If everyone obeyed new driving policies with a BAC of no more than .05, alcohol-impaired driving fatalities, injuries, and total costs could decrease by 71 through 77%.
Help us remind others to not be ugly with alcohol and keep alive with .05. This message was brought to you by the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development. For more information on how you can get involved, email admin@mycap.org.
You will love your Avis Ford, because at Avis Ford, we make it easy to get you your no money down monthly payment right over the phone. We call it Shop by Phone, and it's the best way we know to get you your payment options fast. You want leather and a sunroof? How about an upgrade to all-wheel drive? Just give us a call. Shop online, shop by phone, or visit us at Telegraph at 12 Mile. Call 1-800-SHOP-FORD.
Hey, I know you've seen them. Those sleek vapes that everyone says is better than smoking. Here's the truth. They're not. Did you know that in Michigan, 14% of high school students use e-cigarettes? That's a lot of people risking their life for a quick buzz.
Nicotine doesn't just harm your body, it affects your mind too. It can make depression and anxiety worse, and even change how your brain handles stress. You deserve better than to let a tiny device control your mood and your future.
You know, I thought vaping was no big deal until it started affecting my mood and focus.
Yeah, and did you know that kids who vape are more likely to smoke cigarettes?
But there's good news. You don't have to do this alone. Whether it's through friends, family, or a support group, there's always a way out.
Your health, your future, you're worth so much more than what vaping has to offer.
Detroit's got your back. Visit CUYFDcoalition.org for tools and support to help.
Meet Danny, high school senior, 17 years of age, all A student. Danny is just now finding out he scored 1,490 out of 1,600 on his SAT. Danny's friend decided to ask, "How did you do it?" Danny replied, "I believe every day is a test. To fail or succeed, you choose." The effects of vaping is the one test that Danny chose not to study for.
Vaping does not discriminate on who becomes addicted. Over 2 million high school students use some type of electronic cigarette device. The top tobacco companies also own vaping devices. The FDA found that vaping contains some of the same toxic chemicals as regular cigarettes that lead to cancer. So whether you smoke traditional cigarettes with tobacco or smoke electronic cigarettes using nicotine, your health is at risk. There's no safe way to smoke. For more information, contact the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development.
The non-medical use of prescription drugs, including opioids, is a growing concern in our communities, affecting all ages, including our youth. If the medication wasn't prescribed to you or has expired, don't take it. If your name isn't on the bottle, it's not meant for you to swallow. Addiction is real, and lives are being ruined. Or worse yet, lost.
Visit preventiondetroit.org/opioids to find prescription Dropbox locations.
Welcome back to Urban Review. My name is Marcel Arbuckle, and I am the Chief Executive Officer of the Center for Urban Youth and Family Development. We're happy to have you here today, and as I indicated, this is National Suicide Prevention Month as well as National Recovery Month. And we know that individuals who are having substance abuse issues and individuals who have mental health issues, this is the month that we recognize the hard work that's being done across our nation and actually across the globe to address issues of substance abuse, to come up with good methods of treatment, to have effective prevention efforts, and to walk the walk of recovery. My name, once again, is Marcel Arbuckle, and today at 6 o'clock p.m., the Coalition for Urban Youth and Family Development will be hosting its monthly meeting. And that meeting will take place online via Zoom. And if you would like to be a part of the meeting, just call into, where is it at? There it is. Call into Zoom and use the meeting ID of 790-495-5710. Once again, that's 790-495-5710. And the password is CUYFD, just like Center for Urban Youth and Family Development, CUYFD. And we'd like to have you call in at 6 o'clock p.m. to be a part of our wonderful program, our coalition. And in fact, today we have a very, very exciting agenda item, and that is to talk about our 7-year coalition operations report that we just had done by one of our wonderful consulting agencies, and they've given us all kinds of great charts and graphs to outline our performance and the work that we're doing in prevention. They've looked at us from 9 different perspectives. First of all, are we empowering our leadership? Do we have shared decision making? Do we have value-added collaborations with other organizations? Do we have a dedicated staff that works with us and our team to carry out our mission and our programs? Do we use diversified resources? Are we effective in our communication? Do we have clear roles and accountability? Do we have a flexible structure? And last but not least, are we setting and implementing priorities? And I'm very, very happy to let you all know that this report indicates that we are doing all of those 9 elements, very effective in all of those. We have leading meeting activities of assessment, planning, information dissemination, and decision making. And we have a lot of networking, and we have worked very, very hard using that networking to increase our capacity. So we're very, very pleased with the work that we've done over the last 7 years with our Coalition for Urban Youth and Family Development. We have various sectors represented, law enforcement, parents, religious and fraternal organizations. We have civic and volunteer leaders that are part of what we do. We also work with individuals from the government, other organizations dealing with substance abuse, and from individuals that are from the healthcare industry, as well as with youth, parents, business entities, the media. Today here at WHPR TV 33, we're working with schools and other youth-serving organizations. So we are very well represented across all of our various sectors, and we have a lot of good member participation, and we have a lot of meeting operations. So we're very excited to be a part of everything that is going on, and we will be reviewing our activities and our status today at our coalition meeting. So once again, at 6 o'clock p.m., call in to our coalition meeting and be a part of the work that we're doing. Go on Zoom, and we'll be using the Zoom platform, and the number is 790-495-5710. Once again, that's 790-495-5710, and the passcode is CUYFD. Remember that this is National Recovery Month for those who are recovering from substance abuse and mental health issues, and this is also Suicide Prevention Month, and so be willing to question, persuade, and refer individuals that might need some help or might be considering suicide ideology. My name, once again, is Marcel Arbuckle, and I would like to ask you to do the same thing that Nelson Mandela said to himself over the last 27 years when he was in captivity, and that is, out of the night that covers me, black as a pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods there be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud, and under the bludgeoning of chance, my head is bloodied but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the minutes of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. For it matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the captain of my fate and the master of my soul. And when you're up against some trouble, meet it squarely face to face. Plant your feet, set your shoulders, lift your chin, and take a brace. And if the worst is bound to happen in spite of all that you can do, remember, you may fail, but you may conquer, so see it through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim, but don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. And if it's veiled to try and dodge it in spite of all that you can do, remember, running from it will not save you. See it through. Even hope may seem but futile when with troubles you're beset, but remember, you're simply facing what other men have met. So if you fail, fall still fighting, and don't give up. Whatever you do, keep your eyes to the front, your head high to the finish, and see it through. Thank you for watching Urban Review.